Joe David currently on it. David digging in, big time pitcher, so he better have a plan, Singy. Otherwise, it's a short trip.
Yeah, Boogie's just got to pick a pitch and go. No guessing, no hesitation.
Ripped, but it curls foul. David recently taking home Player of the Month honors. Chris, he's been one of the most powerful hitters in baseball this year. His home run numbers are good enough to put him top 5 in the league. Base hit, that was smoked through the infield. And that's a 1-out single.
Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
This one bashed to left center, on its way, and that one's out of here. His 31st home run of the season. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into center field. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. And now the right fielder, Joe David. And he's already left his mark on this game.
He certainly has, Boog. A 2-run shot in the second inning, and that made an early impact on it.
That's a laser base hit. Chapman headed home. In comes the run from second to third, not in time. And it's runners at the corners with one gone. Now the number 2 hitter, Joe David. He's already homered in this game.
Find the ball.
David had a great showing in the win. A 5-hit performance, including a homer.
Well, they may want to change how they approach him next time because he was just incredible in this one. He looked like a threat every time he came up.
Now it's going to be Joe David. This is another guy capable of hitting tape measure home runs. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Suarez with a stellar run lately on the mound, really carving up lineups. Now the 0-1. And it's fouled away.
Some pitchers can go out there and rip off a month or two of incredible starts. And right now, it looks like he's in one of those grooves. Really fun to watch.
That one ripped left field. That's back. Going. Gone.
No matter how this outing ends, that pitch is going to haunt him for a while. An 0-2 mistake. That's supposed to be a pitch out of the zone. He left it in a spot that the hitter could do some damage with, and that's exactly what he did.
This one belted deep left field, on its way, gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game. Now Joe David. He's got a couple homers already, so can he possibly do it again?
Come on, man. Of course he can. Those two he hit were legit, and he looks pretty locked in right now at the dip.
David with a homer in his last game. Line drive, base hit. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out. So now a pinch hitter, Hunter Goodman, looking to start something with 1 gone.
Well, I'm a little biased towards the American League, having spent my entire career on that side of things. But you got to tip your cap to the National League All-Stars today. They came out knowing that they had a tough opponent on the other side. They gave the fans a nice show, but they go back into the clubhouse with the W.
Now the number 2 hitter, Joe David. What a season it's been for him. He has supplied a lot of power and that average. Foul ball. David working on a massive campaign right now, putting up some big home run numbers. Crushed. Left center field. This one's deep. Forget it. Home run number 35 on the year. Welcome back. And coming off a series where the pitching was outstanding, we take a look at those numbers. Smoked to the left, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning. Hammered on a line to the left, base hit. And that keeps the inning alive. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
No question about this one. It's out of here.
That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of approach.
This one smoked on its way out of here.
He's putting on quite the show at the dish here in this one, and he's just so locked in with this.
David was a big contributor for them in the win. Blasted off for 3 homers in a game.
Well, they may want to change how they approach him next time because he was just incredible in this one. He looked like a threat every time he came up.
Joe David went yard 3. Now, Joe David, perfect at the plate last night, 5 for 5. And
that's a foul ball.
Foul ball. Chris, he leads the way with the best batting average on the team. And the 0-1. Deep drive down the line. Foul ball.
Foul ball.
Well, good solid contact right there. Just a bit out in front of that fastball. Got to try to stay on that backside just a little bit longer and see if he can do some damage.
That one is absolutely belted. Carrying well. And it is gone.
Power versus power right there, like 2 locomotives colliding. Who's going to win? But a really good job there by the hitter, getting the top hand working. Powers that fastball out of here.
1 down. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well. That's a bullet, but it goes foul.
You know, these Phils putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. It looked to me like they really wanted to get...
Swings and blasts one deep to left center. And that one is off the wall. Now a relay to second, and he's out, trying for 2.
Gotta love the hustle and the attitude there to try to stretch that single into a double, but unfortunately thrown out at second base. He was so close to being in scoring position.
Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. That's down. 1 hops off the wall. The relay throw. Safe. And that's his 3rd hit.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. Loud contact leads next to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
So digging in now for Philadelphia, Joe David.
And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle.
Line drive. Can't get there, base hit. Coming home. In comes the run from second. The throw to second is offline. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the...
David was outstanding in this ball game, helping them get the win. A 4-hit performance, including a home run.
No question, he was a big piece of their success in this ball game. Fantastic effort at the plate.
Joe David getting locked in. David steps in now. He knows what's waiting for him, Singy. An arm of top-tier command and stuff to match.
Yeah, no freebies here, Boog. You got to earn everything when you're up against a pitcher of this caliber.
That one is absolutely belted. Out of here!
With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient, waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
This one drilled right center field. That one heading for the fence and gone.
That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And you know, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. Out of here. And he's gone yard again. That's his third home run of the game. David stepping in now. The inning's been quiet, but a chance here to turn up the volume.
Yeah, and you love that mentality. A little thunder could bring that dugout back to life.
And first offering is fouled off. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. Carrying well. And it is gone. Another homer. His fourth home run of the game. David was a big contributor for them in the win. Blasted off for an amazing 4-homer game.
No question, he was a big piece of their success in this ball game. Fantastic effort at the plate.
Joe David with an one down. Now the number 2 hitter, Joe David. And first offering is fouled off. The Phillies would love to get a win in this one to boost their postseason hopes. Crushed left center field. This one's deep. Forget it.
That's as big as it gets right there. You take advantage of a mistake. That is an ultimate. Here it is. Watch it. I'm going to jog around the bases.
And that one hammered. Reaching for it. Makes the catch. Swinging a ground ball. Fair ball. Now he turns and heads for second. To first, and he scrambles back safely. Took a big turn there. One down. Now it's the right fielder, Joe David. He's already homered in this game. This one driven deep, way back there, and it's gone. gone. We are tied.
When a guy's got a real hard fastball, you can't overswing. All you've got to do is get the bat head.
Close one here today, and your final 5-4. The Phillies hang on to win it. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long. Joe David, fresh off. David digs in. He's had this pitcher's number. Fastball off speed. It hasn't mattered, Singy.
Yeah, you can tell he steps in with confidence. It's like he already knows the answer to the test.
And that's a base hit. And that's a one-out single. David stepping in. One door closed, but here's another shot, Singy. This guy has a chance to deliver.
Opportunity to be a great teammate right here, Boog. Nothing says I got you like a two-out ribby.
Swing and a ball lined out towards center. That is the inning. It feels like we might be headed towards a rain delay if the weather doesn't ease up, Chris.
Yeah, the umpiring crew are going to pay attention to how the weather is impacting this game. And the moment it becomes dangerous, I think, is the moment we'll be forced to take a break.
The 0-1. Well struck, right field. That one is back. And it is out of here.
Power versus power right there, like two locomotives colliding. Who's going to win? Well, a really good job there by the hitter, getting the top hand working. Powers that fastball out of here.
Swung on, belted. That one carrying. Out of here. Another homer. His second home run of the game. David stepping in now. It's all there for him. Bottom of the ninth, tie game, and a chance to be the hero.
Yeah, these are the swings that get remembered, Boog. He's got the power to finish this thing off.
That's a bullet, but it goes foul.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for it.
Swing and a drive. Back there. On its way. Ball game. David had a sensational day, capped by the walk-off. Blasted off for 3 homers in the game.
This was a terrific performance, and how about punctuating it with the walk-off? I'm really impressed by how he performed, especially under pressure.
Joe David getting ready. 2 rivals. David steps in, facing one of the top arms in the league. Big moment, big challenge.
You know, Boog, these are the matchups that tell you what a hitter is made of. Let's see what he brings to the table right here.
And there's a foul ball.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, I want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark. If you're a little late, opposite field not.
That one hammered, but pulled foul. The Phils looking to build momentum towards the postseason, and a win here would certainly help. Here's the 0-2. This one smoked on its way out of here.
With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient, waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
On the ground. Fair ball. Caught in a rundown now. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Should have this one. And there's one down. David steps in. They're down, but he's got a chance to get something going right here.
Yeah, you can't hit a grand slam with nobody on. He just needs to be the match that lights the fire here.
Swing and a ball driven out to center. Carrying well. Just missed getting out of here and tying this game. And now for the Phillies, Joe David. He had a big swing for these guys way back to the first inning.
Yeah, but he didn't waste any time in this one. The solo shot really got his team going, and he's looking for more right here.
Fouled off left side. 4 runs already in the frame here at the top of the ninth. Hit hard, base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Hey, that ball was here.
David was outstanding in this ball game, helping them get the win. A 3-hit performance, including a homer.
I'll tell you, Boog, I was excited every time he came up. When a player is locked in like he was, it's a really special feeling. Great job in this one.
Now it's the right fielder, Joe David.
Joe David.
Swing and a ball lined out towards center. 2 down.
Not fooled at all right there. He was clearly all over it, but sometimes you hit it too hard and right at someone. You're looking for one of those bloop hits to get a knock sometimes.
On the ground to the left. And foul ball. Top of the third, no score. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. The 2-run shot, his 53rd homer of the year. Now, Joe David. His homer earlier is responsible for the only runs they've scored in this one.
Yeah, forget small ball. They're kind of living and dying by the long ball so far in this one.
Rip, but it curls foul. David was named Player of the Month recently, and that's not the first time that's happened this year. That one ripped, but foul. That smash towards center. Buxton under this one. That's out number 2.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it, but in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
David walks in. If this offense were a lawnmower, he's yanking the cord and hoping for a roar.
And if that doesn't work, Boog, you better believe he's giving it a second pull.
That's a bullet, but it goes foul.
No, good solid contact right there. Just a bit out in front of that fastball. Got to try to stay on that backside just a little bit longer and see if you can do some damage.
That's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to.
4-3 our final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
All right. We got it. We'll do better. Come on.
Joe David has been a constant force. David digs in. He's up against an 85-plus rated arm, which basically means good luck.
Yeah, Boog, if he reaches base here, somebody better start checking for controller cheats.
Base hit, center field. So a man aboard now with one away.
Hey, way to square that up. Nice hit. Nice.
These hitters today are so great with handling velocity. They're seeing high speeds day after day, and a nice job of turning that one around.
This one belted deep left field, on its way, gone. A two-run shot, his 57th homer of the season. We go to the top of the fifth. Joe David up now, the league leader in home runs. Every swing looks like a rocket launch.
Yeah, pitchers know what's coming. If they miss their spot, they're going to be asking the umpire for a new baseball.
Out of here! Singy, this was a mammoth home run, over 460 feet, according to StatCast.
You know, Boog, there are only maybe 20 or so guys in the game that can hit a baseball that far, and it's absolutely crazy it's even that many. Such an impressive swing of the bat right there.
2 on, 2 outs. That one is absolutely belted. That one hops off the wall and should score at least one. In comes the run from second. It's 7-3. Ball comes home, and he's dead at the plate. David digs in. They're in front, but that lead could shrink quickly.
A little breathing room never hurt Boog. He's got the bat to supply that 0-2. And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle.
Hard liner. And that's got extra bases written all over it. In safely with a double, his second of the day.
Another hit. I mean, these types of performances at the plate.
You're out.
David was a big contributor for them in the win. 5 hits, including a couple of homers.
No question, he was a big piece of their success in this ball game. Fantastic effort at the plate.
Joe David, fresh off scoring position, no outs. Joe David now at the plate. On the ground,
foul.
And it's just foul. That was close. Singy, he's been one of the best players in baseball in terms of scoring runs. In fact, his numbers place him top 5 in the league. On the ground to the left, and it goes just foul.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a...
Brings it in, and that should get the job done as he tags from third. And they strike first as they take a 1-0 lead. Drilled out towards left center field. Doyle grabs it on the run. Strike series continues now. Joe Davis stands in for the Phillies. And a foul ball.
Well, these Phillies being a little too patient at the plate in this game. They found themselves behind in the count quite a bit. They're trying to be patient, but it's mostly resulting in outs.
And that one hammered. That's back there. Out of here. His 59th home run of the season. And now the right fielder, Joe David. He crushed one out of here earlier. An absolute tape measure shot.
Yeah, indeed. It was a rocket. Just launched that thing. His swing, man, is so clean right now. I doubt he...
Oh, he can't squeeze it. So 2 down, and here is Joe David. He's already homered in this game. Swinging a foul out of play. Oh, 1 now. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. This one's got a chance. And that one is off the wall. Safely into second.
He's jogging around the bases rather than pulling up at second.
David had a sensational showing in the win.
Such a tremendous effort at the dish. Not every game is going to be like this one, so you need to enjoy it when it's happening.
for the Phillies, Joe David.
Right fielder, Joe David.
No question about this one. It's out of here. Home run number 60 on the year.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. Another homer. His 61st home run of the season. This one smoked on its way out of here.
He's putting on quite the show at the dish here in this one, and he's just so locked in with this swing, and he's just not missing right now. 3-homer game, man, it's so special. And I tell you what, it's a lot of fun watching him pull it off as well.
There's a swing and a drive. And foul ball. David went deep in his most recent game. That one ripped. Drops in for a hit. Couldn't run it down. Throws to second. In there. Just beat the tag. It's a double.
These hitters today are so great with handling velocity. They're seeing high speeds day after day, and a nice job of turning that one around.
Crushed. Left center field. This one's deep. Forget it. And he's gone yard again. His 4th. So David was outstanding in this ball game, helping them get the win. Blasted off for an amazing 4-homer game.
Well, Boog, can't say enough about what he did for him in this one. He's a big reason they got the W, and it's easy to see why he's a key contributor for him.
Joe David stands in for the Phillies, having a huge season. Comes into the day leading the league in 2 of the 3 Triple Crown categories. David made a massive impact in his last game with 4 home runs. Ripped, but it curls foul. Well struck left field. Out of here. A 2-run homer. His 64th home run of the season. And that is that. One left. David steps in. Previous batter couldn't get the job done. Now 2 outs. It's late and the pressure is mounting, Chris.
Well, this is where you pick up your teammate, Boog. They need someone to come through right here.
Base hit. 1 run is in. Fires to the plate. Tag. No. Time. Safe. And they're up by 3. Here's a big power threat. Joe David. He's already homered in this game. Smoked into left, base hit. And that's a 1-out single.
That way to square up on that ball. Great job.
So digging in, Joe David. He's already homered here in this one. Hard liner. Makes the grab, tracks it down after the long. David had a sensational showing in the win. Had 3 hits, one of them a homer.
I'll tell you, Boog, I was excited every time he came up. When a player is locked in like he was, it's a really special feeling. Great job in this one.
One down. Joe David stands in for the Phillies. 3 hits last night, so he was a big factor in getting that win. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. Hauls it in after a long run. 2 down. As we go to the top of the 4th. And now for the Phillies, Joe David. This one smoked on its way out of here. Home run number 65 on the year.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
Now there's a bullet down the line. Can't reach it. This should score at least 1. 1 runs in. And he'll pull into second safely.
Well, here we are, 3rd time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
David starts it off with a lead. Looking to play add-on, not just maintenance, Singy.
Yeah, partner, when you've got momentum, you ride it.
Takes it in for the out. 1 down, base is empty here in the 9th.
David.
That one drilled left field, and it stays fair. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. Now the tag at second, and he's out, trying for 2.
Gotta love the hustle. And
David had a great showing in this game, despite the team's loss. Put together 3 hits, one of them a home run.
can't say enough about what he did for him in this one. They lost, but it was in spite of his huge effort. It's easy to see why he's a key contributor for him.
One down. Joe David stands in for the Phillies. This is another guy capable of hitting tape measure home runs. Swings and sends a rocket to right. Diving, makes the grab. What a play. David up now. Stepping in here is like walking into a haunted house. You know something nasty's coming. You just don't know when.
Yeah, and it's usually a wipeout slider that disappears in the shadows. Nightmare fuel.
Drilled out towards left center field. And it hits off the monster. Safely into second. He's got a double.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ballgame.
David stepping in now. This offense has been quiet. A big swing could change everything.
Yeah, and somebody's got to crack it open, Boog. Just need to flip the momentum.
That's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning. And now for the Phillies, Joe David.
He was the big part of the field last time. Nice liner to center.
Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. I know that was a ground ball, but...
Here's another look at the numbers from this shutout victory.
Well, it takes a team effort to produce a shutout. I mean, sometimes you just got to tip your cap.
One down. Digging in, Joe David.
Joe David.
And first offering is fouled off.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, you want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark. If you're a little late, opposite field not.
Here's a swing and a line drive, and that's a base hit into right field. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. They'll throw in, but he's in there easily.
Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
Hit hard, base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. A two-run homer, and we have a tie ball game. It's 2-2. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off.
Here's a big power threat. Joe David. Can't forget the two-run shot he launched out of here in the fifth.
Yeah, one of the biggest swings of the game, Boog, as he looks to make even more of an impact in this at bat right here.
Two down, nobody on. That one hammered center field. That's back there. Makes the catch up against the wall. Runner at second, two down. Joe David stands in for the Phillies.
And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle.
Foul ball there. Up the middle and a base hit. Here comes Harper around third. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single. It's 7-2. And his hot hitting continues. Getting a nod for Game 7 on the mound, Ranger Suarez. Chris, what should we keep an eye on here with him?
Obviously, there's a lot of pressure in this ball game, but important just to try to diffuse that. Take your deep breaths, step off the mound, do whatever you need to do to get yourself in a position. I wouldn't try to get all the strikeouts early. Get the defense involved in this ball game, see if they can get you through a few innings, and then find that groove.
Ripped, but it curls foul. Schwarber gets his lead at first with nobody out. And that's ripped into left. Base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Joe David.
That one hammered, but pulled foul. Two on, two outs. And that one ripped into right. Can't reach it. This should score at least one. One run across. Here comes Schwarber around third. Now a relay to the plate. Head first slide, and he's safe. It's 8-0.
Up next for Philadelphia, the right fielder, number 31, Joe David.
This one smoked on its way out of here.
Well, he went up there 0-0 looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it and circled the bases. And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle.
That's a bullet, but it goes foul. First and second, 2 down. You're in Game 7 of the World Series. That one fouled off. The 0-2. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. That one carrying. And it bangs off the monster. 1 run is in. Now a relay to second. Not going to get him. He's in there. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
David stepping in now. Got the lead, but it's far from safe. He'll try to build on it right here.
Yeah, and you love seeing a team stay aggressive. Don't wait around. Keep applying pressure.
And there's 1 down. Man at first. Joe David will hit next. He's already homered here in this one. No question about this one. It's out of here. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they add to their lead. It's 17-4.
Now he's just showing off out there, and who can blame him with a swing like that? Give that man a bat, watch it go a long way.
And this one is over. The Philadelphia Phillies have done it. They've won the World Series.
Congratulations to the champs. Game 7 of the World Series. Every player on both sides comes to the ballpark knowing that this is it. This team got it done. They've been a special club all year long, and it's fitting they win it all in a special series.